Hey, friends and family. Welcome to this week's Market Watch. This is going to be a shorter episode. Uh, as you might be able to tell, I'm at Disneyland right now. We have the big Attack of the Vines drop coming tomorrow. So I want to talk about what's being released, what's been announced, look at a couple things, and then we're going to get out of here because we're going to have an early morning. So, want to talk about some of the stuff coming out with Attack of the Vines tomorrow and the drop. First one I want to talk about is the Disney Curators Collection of the heroine sets. So, as you can see, it's going to be this box, a lot like the D23 box, with the 6 cards in it, all heroines leading the way. And so let's take a look at these cards, right? And this is going for stupid money already on eBay. Please don't pay $1,000 for this box. It's $99 MSRP. I know not everyone's going to get it. I know not everyone's going to be at Disneyland, but $1,000, guys. I mean, let's be realistic. But let's see. You're going to get the Ariel. You're going to get the Elsa. You're going to get a Jasmine. The Mulan, playable. You're going to get an Anna and the Tinkerbell, playable. So out of these 6 cards, there's only 2 playable. You have a ruby and a steel. That's all that's playable unless you're talking infinity. But when we talk core, those are the 2 cards that are playable. I think these are awesome looking. I love the art. I love the differentiation of it. So that's one of the things being released tomorrow. If we do this right, yeah. Oh, nope, wrong one. Sorry about that. So if we jump all the way over to here, this is the mat that is being released. This is going to be extremely limited. The last couple times I've been here, we've been fortunate enough to get a mat or two and get them to our friends, so they're not having to pay the scalper markup prices. So we're trying to get this mat for our friends as well because we have a lot of requests for it, and that's why we come to do it. But I have a feeling we're going to be lucky to get enough for all of our friends. And some of you have asked me this week if I can get you one, and it's probably too late for that. We will do our best. It's a beautiful looking mat, especially if you're a Winnie the Pooh fan. This mat is probably going to, 150, 250. It might jump up. My guess is as much as $500 because of Winnie the Pooh and the fandom that's in that with them. So, hope everyone who wants one can get one and not pay stupid money for it. The other thing that's coming out tomorrow is the binder, right? And here we have an Attack of the Vines binder set that's being released. I want to say it's $34.99. Obviously, pre-sale. Someone's asking $80. Probably a lot of people are asking $80. We can take a quick look here. Yeah, everyone's asking $80. This is something I'm sure we're going to see in the big box stores. So hold your horses on it. There's also a Mickey Mouse one coming out. I don't think I have a picture of that. If I remember, I will go ahead and find one and insert it here so you guys can see that. But that one's coming out as well, I think tomorrow, but that one might be a little bit later on this year. I honestly don't think they would release 2 at the same time, but I'm hoping I'm wrong because I want Mickey. That's my guy. That's what I'd be looking for. So let's talk about some of the other news that has come out lately, and that's this D23 bundle. Now, a couple things to note about this. You have to be at D23 to get this. Tickets are sold out for D23. So I hope you have a ticket. You can enter the raffle, which your boy has done 20 sometimes. You can only win once, but there's different time slots. So I entered a whole bunch of different time slots over the course of the 3 days. So hopefully I get lucky and I'm able to get one of these. I have heard that you can also stand in line. Again, you have to be at D23 to even get this, and stand in line and be able to acquire this as well. So hopefully I win a raffle. I'm probably also going to stand in line because I'm sure a lot of people are going to want it. You will notice that there's a Winnie the Pooh playmat as well. Different playmat, but it is going to be foiled. You're going to have this limited edition collector's book that I say limited edition because there's a sticker on it that says that. I believe there's a special promo card in that. And then another D23 bundle, right? And this one has Angel, Pocahontas, Mushu, a mystery one, which will be a sapphire card, Judy Hopps and Mr. Incredible. So, this will be kind of cool to see what it is when it comes out. And again, you have to have already had your tickets for D23. That is the only place you're going to be able to pick this up, at least that we know of today. I heard recently that apparently in years gone by, they were selling these at the parks as well, the previous D23 boxes. I don't know if that's going to happen here. They say it's an exclusive, so I don't know what the run counts are going to be and how, constrained this supply will be. But, with any luck, we'll get at least one. And if we get more than that, I'm sure friends want this. So this is kind of cool. And that was the big announcement this week for D23. And again, you have to be at D23 to get it. Even if you win the raffle, you have to give them your confirmation number for your ticket to even enter the raffle, I believe. But, you have to be there to win it, just like the CCQ. I unfortunately did not get tickets to that. We were on at noon exactly on, I think it was Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, Tuesday, yeah. And my wife and I, and neither of us got CCQs. We do have a friend who was lucky enough to get in. It says we're on a wait list. I am a believer in people were buying those tickets and not realizing they had to have D23 tickets. But we'll see, we'll see what comes of that. So that's kind of the D23 roundup. Let's take a look at some pricing, right? Here we go. We can see that the Attack of the Vine booster boxes have dropped from 260 to 187, 188 really. And look, this is what I was telling you guys about. This is kind of what happens. It's usually not even that outlandish. A lot of times it's like 180 and then you see it drop down to 120 the day of the release. I still think this may come down another $10, $15 tomorrow because people want to start unloading their stock, right? I mean, you can see we got 14 with this seller, 42 with this seller. I mean, they don't want to sit on this. They want to flip it, and it's already dropping in price. So, we may very well see this being down to 160, hopefully 150. That's a decent price. So that's your booster box. Trove still seems a little high if you're asking me personally. I believe these are MSRP of like $70. So at 120, I mean that's still a little bit high when booster box is 140. You can now get them for like 180. There is a value tax being added to that right now, but not double any longer. So we'll see what Troves do. Again, if you find an LGS that will sell you at MSRP, buy them up. I will be buying at MSRP from Disney tomorrow because that's what they do, thankfully. But it is good to see some of this price starting to recede and get back to a more normal, historically normal price, not Wilds Unknown astronomical prices. So that's what we have going on with Attack of the Vine. I did want to look at a few cards. I have some friends and we were talking about, hey, what are these card values worth? What are we looking at? And I said, just hold off. Don't pre-order. Please don't pre-order. And they were literally ready to order this Woody and Buzz at $50 a card. And I begged them not to. I really hope you didn't, because we're down to $36 still before release. This card's going to continue to drop. This card is probably going to end up around $10, so we'll kind of see what happens with that. You see everything else receding as well. So just hang in there, guys. Prices will regulate and we won't have to overpay for things, and that's great. And that's a broader trend in the market. We're not doing a full market watch, but that is the broader trend that we are seeing, is prices regulating and coming back down to a more reasonable number. We'll get into that next week. Speaking of Wilds and where the Wilds Unknown boxes are, I mean, we all remember when these were $250, $260, $270 a box. We're down to $209, guys. I told you this is a $180 box, and that's still my belief. That's where this box will kind of level out. It may go below that in a set or two, we'll see, but this box is coming down to earth. So, if you held out, good on you. Go buy this box. If you see it drop, if your LGS wants to sell it to you at 144, awesome. Give them support. Buy that box at MSRP. Support that LGS, because they're not making a killing on it unless they were selling it for 250, in which case you probably weren't buying it. But as this comes out and regulates, let's do the right thing. We want them to do the right thing. So, that's cool. You can see everything's kind of coming down. I mean, you get a case of them for 850 now. So that's great news. Here you got a Trove under 100. The pre-release packs that are out there, they were $40 on release. They shot up to $80 like 3 days later. So being back to 65-ish, it's not terrible. It's not the 40. It's not great, but we're working that and we're getting back to that. So as we move on, that's it for this quick market watch. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, stay sleeved up. Take care of one another out there. Even if you're in line tomorrow at Disney and you're angling for these boxes, these mats, whatever, remember, we're all a community. We're all here to support each other. If you don't get one, be happy for that person who did. Let's all have a great day. Traditionally, this will be our fourth one. Traditionally, these have been a lot of fun. We meet a lot of people. We make friends each and every time. So we're looking to continue that. And we appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Peace.